Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a cut crease. So let's get into it. So I'm just putting some Vaseline on my lips here. I'm just going to go in with my Nivea post shave balm. I use this to prime my face, the usual. Rub it in, pat it on. Then I'm going to go in with some fix plus just to moisturize my face a little bit. And then we're going to start drawing in my brows. So my brow pencil that I use, it's a really old one from Maybelline. I just found it in my drawer because the one that I usually use was done. So here I'm just going to go in with my Nars Complete concealer, and it's in the color Caramel. It's medium dark shade, so I'm just going to use that to outline, to conceal my brows at the bottom. And I'm also going to use it to prime my lid for my shadow, which is what I'm doing here. And I just use a flat brush to prime my eyelids, and then after I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender, keyword damp, not dry, and I'm going to use that, and then I'm just going to smooth out the concealer on my eyebrows just to make sure that it's a nice smooth even base for my eyeshadow. Then now we're going to jump into the shadows, and the first couple of shadows we're going to be using are from Coastal Scents. So I'm going to go in with Oktoberfest, and this is going to be my transition shade. It's a brown, a caramel-ish brown shade, and I'm just going to focus that in my crease. And then I'm going to go with another Coastal Scents shade, and it is called Magenta, and I'm going to focus that on the outer V and the outer corners of my eye. And I'm also going to bring it up into the crease a little bit and just fill that little area in. So then I'm going to go into my Bella Cosmetics, and I'm going to take a really dark purple shade. Not purple, it's more burgundy. And then I'm going to take that, and it's basically just going to give my eye a bit more dimension. And I'm going to put that in my crease, and basically it's going to go all over my lid and my crease, but not so much in the inner corner, just my upper crease and the middle of my eye going back. So here I'm going to use my Nars Complete concealer, and I'm going to use that to carve out my crease. As you can see here, I'm just going to put on the lower part of my lid and then blink, and wherever the concealer transfers, that's how I know how high I have to bring my concealer. So we're just going to cut my crease here, and I'm going to bring it 3/4 of the way over my lid pretty much. So I'm covering the majority of my lid, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other eye. So now after we're done cutting both of my creases, I'm going to go in to my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use a pink sparkly shade. And as you can see, I spray my brush with Fix Plus before, so it gives my shadow a bit more shine and it sticks better. So I'm just going to take that pink champagne-y color, and I'm gonna pop that all over my lid where I cut my crease. And then I'm gonna go back in with the dark purple shade from my Bella Cosmetics, and I'm gonna try and blend it in just so there's like a nice smooth transition. And then I'm also gonna go back and take magenta and then ombre that inwards towards my eye, so it's like a nice, it goes from champagne to magenta to the dark purple, so it's like a nice ombre color and it doesn't look too like strong. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just blending more of the magenta in. Then I'm going to go in again to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take the purple sparkly shade, and I'm going to put just a little bit because it's sparkly, but that was the only dark purple shade that I had. So I'm just going to take that with a pencil brush, pop it in the other corner of my eye, and then go back in with the brush that you see I have here now, and I'm going to try and blend it out a little bit. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm just blending, trying to get all my shadows to blend properly. So we're blending, and more blending. Guys, blending is super important. Like, it makes sure that your shadows don't look crazy. Like, the more you blend, you can never do too much blending, to be honest. And then here I'm just adding more color above the cut crease. So now I'm gonna go in with some mascara, and I'm gonna use a Maybelline mascara. I'm gonna just pop it up in the screen there, and I'm just gonna pop those on before I put my falsies on. So the reason I put mascara on before I put my lashes on is because I have really curly eyebrows, and they kind of just like stick all over the place. So putting on the mascara just helps them be a little bit more uniform for when I put my lashes on. So the lashes I have here are from Viso lashes on AliExpress, and they are in the style E11. So starting off with my complexion, I'm going to prime my face, and I use Milk of Magnesia because I have extremely oily skin and it's the only primer that works for me. Then I'm going to go in with Benefit Porefessional. I'm just going to put this in all the places where I have really big pores. So my forehead, my cheeks, my nose, under my chin. So here I'm just putting on my foundation. So I used the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color 335 Coconut, and then the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. And you can probably see that I use two foundation shades. One is darker, one is lighter. And the reason I do this is because I always make my foundation a little bit darker than my actual skin, because when you're baking and you put all that friggin' powder in your face, it makes your face look super white. So just using a bit of darker foundation just balances it out when you use your setting powders and stuff. And then again, we're going to go in and we're going to blend with a damp beauty blender. And, you know, we're going to get shit done. So here I'm going to go in with my Nars Complete concealer, and then I'm going to go over it with the Maybelline Age Rewind. It's a bit darker than the Nars, and those two I'm just going to use it to highlight, and I'm going to blend. When I'm doing my under eye concealer, I tend to pay a lot of attention to it because my under eyes crease really bad. So usually what I do is I do my under eyes and then I set it. I don't know why I didn't do it in this video. I usually do it in all my videos, but when I do my under eye concealer, I usually conceal and then set it right away, and then I finish concealing the other parts of my face. So my forehead, under my mouth, my chin, and then I contour. So that's basically what I'm doing here. So then we're going to contour. For my contour shade, I used cream contour, and I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Cocoa. And then here I'm just setting my concealer, and the setting powder that I used is Mercier. Now, when I'm setting my face, I don't just take the powder and then pop it on and then leave it and go. Like, you're basically, when you do that, you're basically wasting your product. What I do is I go in and I take my Mercier and I pat it into my skin. This way it just absorbs all the extra oils and it sets my concealer just the way that I want it. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I set my under eyes, my chin, my forehead, and around my eyebrows in the corner by my temples. They're really oily, so I tend to set and press in my Laura Mercier's setting powder there as well. So that's basically just what I'm doing here. I don't know if it's just me, but like, if I don't set my eyebrows, or if I don't put Milk of Magnesia in them when I'm setting my face at the beginning, they get really oily. So that's also something else that I do. So here I'm going in with my Cover FX, and it's in the color N100, and I'm just going to go over and set my cream contour with this powder. So I'm going to contour my forehead, my cheekbones, and later on in the video I'm going to use that to contour my nose as well. After I'm finished setting my cream contour, I'm going to go back in with my Laura Mercier and carve on my cheekbones so I look snatched. After we do this, then we're going to go back into the Coastal Scent Shadows, and I'm going to pop magenta under my eyes and just blend it out. Here I'm just buffing out my baking, wiping it out, and then here I'm going back in again with the Cover FX and contouring my nose. if I feel like I messed up my nose contour, I go in with my setting powder again and I just neaten it up at the side of my nose. So after that, I'm gonna go in with my blush. This is the 12-Hour Amazonian Clay Blush by Tarte. It's in the color Party. And I'm just gonna put this over my cheeks on both sides, and then I'm gonna go back in and put some mascara on my bottom lashes. This is a CoverGirl mascara. No, it's Maybelline. It's a Maybelline mascara. I just use any old mascara. It doesn't really matter to me because my lashes are long, so I just use whatever I find. So after I finish my lashes, I go in and I dust off the bit of setting powder on my nose that I used to clean up my nose contour. And after that, I just set my face. So I go back in with some Fix Plus, the gold light one, with the little shimmery speckles in it, just to like tone down all the ashiness in my face, all the whiteness. And then after that, I use my NYX matte setting spray and I set my entire face. Hi guys, so this is my finished look. You can obviously tell that the video is like completely different because I originally filmed it in July and I was doing it before I went to work and I was rushing and I ran out of time and I didn't get to finish. So this is me finishing like fucking 6-7 months later. I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah. So this is the finished look. What I did was I lined for my lips, so I lined my lips with cork. Then I used, what did I use? Liquid lip by Morphe. It's called True Story. Then I used Little Stitchuous by ColourPop. And then I went over top with Fair Play, this NYX. And then another gloss. And this one is called Sugar Mama, also by NYX. I put a lot of lipstick. I put like 2 and 3 lipsticks on and like 2 lip glosses on. That's just how I do my lips. And for my highlight, what did I use for highlight? I'll find the name and I'll put the name in the description box. But yeah, this is the finished look. It's a bit cute or what? So that concludes my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.